And I had been sent to Madras, and I began to drift back to my original ambitions, to find a teacher who could give me a teaching. Because Yogi Ramsuratkumar, he was more like, I like to say, more like my mother. He cared for me so dearly and would see to it that I had food, that I was sleeping well, that my health was good, that I had friends and a stable home in Madras. But I wanted to sit at the feet of someone like, in fact, exactly like Ramana Maharshi, on a tiger skin. Best if he's on a tiger skin. And if he has a fabulous story and teaching that interfaces with the Upanishads and the sacred books. Because I want to dive into the Upanishads and the sacred books. And my teacher should guide me there. And that there should be steps, stages. Kind of like in martial arts, you have white belt, green belt, orange belt, brown belt, black belt. Eventually I want a yoga black belt. So I looked, and eventually I had the amazing good fortune, or the most calamitous misfortune, it's hard to say, occasion to meet such a person with a splendid array of supernatural powers. Yeah, and willingness to take someone like me. He was a Vaishnava Brahmin, a very strict lineage, and yet to willingness to take me with him to the sacred Vaishnava temples and to learn those scriptures, the teachings of Ramanujacharya. I spent a couple of years with him. But in the end, this teacher, I made horrible mistakes, and this teacher advanced, and I like to say, he used to say how in his meditations now, the devas are approaching his brilliance in the heaven worlds, to see who is this being of such brightness. And this was no exaggeration. This person really was going through attainments on attainments. But he had no guru. And his progress was self-willed, just like I wanted. I wanted a way to achieve this myself. He had a way to achieve it himself, and he became infatuated with his own, I don't know, almost unequaled splendor of light and knowledge and yogic powers. And at some point, this all, I can't tell you the whole story now, but it all came crashing down. Friends of mine involved with all of this were seriously hurt, and I realized that my destiny, if I go this way, is his destiny. This guru's path is the path I seem to have chosen, which would be achievement and more brightness, and then another sacred secret mantra, and another attainment, and then another secret and sacred mantra, and another attainment. And that it would never end, that there's no end to yogic attainment, that all he would be seeking is the admiration of the angels in the highest realms, and that I would be cursed, just as he is cursed, to strive forever to be better and better and better and better and bigger and brighter forever. And I realized I can't go that way. I have to stop. Yeah. So I had hurt myself, and I went back to the Guru, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, to fall at his feet and beg his forgiveness. He didn't scold me. He didn't criticize me. He took me back. And he blessed my return to the West. And I decided my ambitions are going to hurt people, hurt myself. I have to just go back, be a young man, go back to school, find a career, make a home, have a family, put my feet on the ground, and pray for grace, and not my own not engineer my own, so to speak, realization. So I went back. Oh, but before I did, Yogi Ramsuratkumar and I spent that last day in Tiruvannamalai together. We spent most of the morning at the temple tank. We spent some time at the punai tree for the very first time. The punai tree existed that I know of. And then we went by horse cart through town to a little cottage over here across from Ramanashram. I was staying there. And I fed him, I made tea for him, and we enjoyed some snacks. And I asked him, who is my guru? Are you my guru? And he said, no, this beggar is not your guru. Sri Anandamayi Ma is your guru. He knew I couldn't love him. He knew my heart was blocked. He knew I was confused. He knew I was struggling with this question. And he sent me to the one saint. He sent me to the one saint who I could totally love, only because even though I had spent time with her, I couldn't see any trace of a person there. She was a living, in my imagination and perception, she was a goddess on earth, and I could love her totally. And so he pushed me out of the nest to spend more and more time with her. And before leaving that day, he told me, Mr. K, it doesn't matter in what far distant land you are, no matter when, no matter what, no matter why you might need this beggar's help, you can call this beggar. And this beggar promises you he will ask his father to answer your call, to meet this need. And right then, I was thinking, you're saying that, but can you really hear my thoughts if I am 1,000 miles distant? And I thought, I'm going to think of 3 questions in my mind right now. And he's chatting with me, he's drinking tea, and I think 3 questions in my own mind, which he can't know the answer to. And we continued to talk over chai. And finally, the day grew long, and the sun was setting. It was getting dark outside, He was very reluctant to ever walk by himself in the dark along the roadsides because of this political dilemma. But he left. I saw him to the door. He took my hand, wished me all blessings, and left. And I was thinking, 3 questions. No. And I went back to clean up our tea and our little snacks, clean up. And I turn, and he just comes around and stands on the backside of the screen door to this little cottage. He doesn't open the door. He doesn't call my name. He just attracts my attention. I turn to face him, and he answers question 1, question 2, question 3 in the 1, 2, 3 order. And then he didn't even say another word like goodbye again or something. He just simply turned and left. And there was my answer. I was so floored. I realized that someone would be looking after me for all time. And he really has kept that promise. So then I went back to America.